Good morning, passport holders. Today, August 17th, 2016, day 656 of the vlogs. And it's off to a rough start this morning. I went to bed, woke up around 4 o'clock this morning, just wide awake, ready to go. I laid in bed until 4:30, and then when I couldn't fall back to sleep, I just decided to start to do stuff. So I started by doing some research on some potential jobs outside of the Phoenix market, and didn't apply to any of them, just kind of have them bookmarked for later this afternoon. And then played a little Destiny around 5 a.m., 5:30, and then tried to lay back down in bed, see if I couldn't go back to sleep. Ended up getting an email from one of the recruiters that I've been speaking with at length, and so she liked what she saw in the initial skills assessment and all that fun stuff, so she asked if I had time for an interview, and since I was already up and it was 6:30 at that point, knowing that she was on the East Coast, we did it just then and there. So I had a 6:45 interview this morning that went for about 25 minutes. Went well. Supposedly all my stuff is being forwarded over to the hiring manager, so hopefully I'll be able to hear back. They're looking to move very quickly because they have a training class starting next Monday. So there's a potential that if I can get through the process here quickly, including a drug screen by the end of the week, that I'll be able to start on Monday, which would be phenomenal. I mean, granted, it's not a huge win financially, it's not a great job, but it is a job, and it will bring in enough cash where I won't be super stressed financially any longer. So I'm kind of hoping that comes through, but at the same time, a bunch of other gigs are in the mix. But I just want to get it done. As for this morning, though, at this point, you can probably see in the background there, the blue bag is back there, meaning that it's laundry day. So I'm going to go and take care of that over at Ben & Kamey's. Hopefully the cat's there. He may still be sleeping, though. I don't know what he's got on the plan for today. So hopefully I'll see him. And I may get to see Ben if he gets home for lunch or cuts his work day short. Because he has so much PTO that he has to burn before he leaves his current company and starts his new gig here in the next couple of weeks. So hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Yeah, as this is being recorded Thursday, if you're watching it on day of release, let's get this one started. Well, that was a productive 2.5 hours. First and foremost is I got to finally see Chris, since I hadn't seen him in a couple of months, since he went out to Africa and the East Coast. So that was really cool to catch up with him and trade a little stories and explain or understand better what he's trying to do work-wise going forward. I was hoping to see him again this weekend, but it doesn't sound like that's going to be the case because he's going to be out of town for a wedding. So that's super cool that he's going to be able to attend now. Away from that, did a couple of caption files and did probably about a half dozen job applications. All that good fun, all kinds of various different kinds of places, including ASU all the way up to corporate stuff, corporate jobs. So just trying to take it one step at a time, continue to work the systems. Haven't heard back from the recruiter that I spoke with this morning, but at this point I'm not really anticipating anything until the hiring manager gets super involved. So we'll see how that goes. At this point, it's time for me to go home, make a little lunch. I may take it down half hour in order to do that stuff. And then since I'm all caught up currently on captioning work, I can actually go into sales mode, which is the first time in a long time that I've been able to do that. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to get systems all built out, and then it's going to be turn and burn time on getting a bunch of people cold emails and introductions about who we are and what we do at the company. See if I can't generate some more revenue that way to just make it easier on the business, make it easier on me. So that's the plan this afternoon. Now it's just time to get after it. Alright, so it's time to give you guys the update. It's currently 6:30. Daily V62 dropped about an hour and a half ago. I caught it within 90 seconds of it going live, so I was able to do the transcription and all that good fun, corrections, and auto timing has all been completed at this point. I may even try and sneak this in before 7 o'clock
in order to get that done and get my board green again. So I'm pumped about that. I ended up applying for about a dozen jobs, all things said and done today, in order to try and get me on that cash flow train again. Rocco, my business mentor, he set up a call for me tomorrow to talk about things, try and either sort out maybe both, sort out the client acquisition strategies and get that squared away, in addition to potentially finding or helping me find a gig at one of his buddies' companies or any one of the companies that he advises and things like that. So that may be a real thing as well tomorrow. And a couple of friends who I tapped on sat there and said that they may have something that's pretty immediate, and that is contract work that I could pick up a couple $1,000s doing for somebody. And then another friend sat there and came back and suggested a very specific kind of concierge level service regarding the research and things like that, which is something that I used to do in my past when I was working at a venture capital firm. For like a quick second, I was in and out of there very quickly. But one of the big things that I was doing was market analyses for startups. And so I was doing it before they were funded by the venture capital firm. So basically, I was helping the venture capital firm understand the totality of the market and things like that. Friend suggested a place on the web where they pay people to do that kind of analysis. Not a ton of money, but could be enough to sit there and help me sort things out if I was willing to do it, 15, 20, 25 hours a week, which I can't say no to anything right now. So just trying to work all of it right now and make it all kind of fly and hoping for the best. I mean, I like the iterations though of doing it in like these little sprints where it's like, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, whatever it was. I did a bunch of applications and then I kind of let it go for a couple of days and then pick it back up when it's been, more new postings have come through, right? If I feel like I'm doing it every day and I'm just grinding on it every day, I feel like that it's not gonna do the best for me overall. So by letting it sit for a couple of days, it allows me to just say, okay, hey, I'm gonna focus on the business for the next couple of days. And then on top of the fact that Gary's now on vacation, means that very likely there's one more Daily V, 2 more tops that are in process that will be released over the next 2.5 weeks while he's gone. And so, yeah, that gives me a huge opportunity to not have the biggest client, my most demanding client, pushing a ton of work on me. So it's really time for me to sort out all of the cold email strategies that I've wanted to implement but just haven't had the time to do. So I'm pumped about that. But I'm going to go sit and watch the last 4 minutes that I have on Ben Brown's vlog today, because I started it while the upload was happening and while the auto time generation, time code generation for the captions on Daily V62 were being done. So enjoy that, go do that, watch Big Brother while I eat dinner, and then get back on the grind. Sounds like a good plan to me. All right, guys, it is currently 20 after 10 p.m. and I am calling it a night. I'm exhausted, which when I'm working on 3.5 hours of sleep isn't shocking. Played incredibly well in Destiny Iron Banner today. Consistently was over 1.0 and very consistently, or I'll say, had my high point be a 3.2. So pumped about that on my KDs, and already rank 4 because of just kind of the way that the play went and just win after win after win after win. And just hitting all of the little things, all the bounties and whatnot. So that was really cool to be able to hit them all kind of in one night. Pretty cool. One more job application done, 2 more caption files finished. Board is currently clear, so I'm pumped with that. I will say thank you guys for your time and your attention and understanding when days like today happen, right? It's still 110 degrees out here in Phoenix. I'm not going out hiking or doing anything like that. I'm staying here, I'm staying cool, and I'm doing the things that I need to in order to try and take care of myself and my business. So thank you guys. Remember though, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.